Welcome to the Cheerful Sound Man podcast. I'm Eric Lenaspunt, the Cheerful Sound Man. I'm here at our headquarters in Gainesville, Florida of Vivid Sky Productions. So we talk about production, living life, working in production. We have a busy one this week. We have, again, I think, 2 semis and about 8 trucks out in the yard. Lots of shows going on. We have quite a variety of shows as well. So we're doing an event for Red Bull for their breakdancing competition. That'll be fun. We also have a run of Chris Janson country shows. What else do we have going on this weekend? We have a fraternity party that's massive. We have Joey McIntyre of New Kids on the Block fame. Shout out to my older sister. She'd probably love that back in the day. So yeah, we have quite a variety of things going on, from more corporate to competition to concert. And what I want to talk about today is, as I look around our very messy warehouse here, is organization and keeping things organized and clean. So this is a big kind of talk about things that are fresh on my mind or things I'm working through as a business owner and a leader and a production manager as well. So something I'm trying to improve upon both at personal level and company level is keeping things tidy and clean. So some folks, like I've got a couple employees here that are very, I don't know if they're technically type A, I don't know enough about all the types or whatever, but they're very structured, very clean, everything's always organized, everything's always perfect. And then there's other folks like myself that tend to be a disaster zone everywhere we go. I'm actually probably somewhere in between these days because I've been trying to be conscious of being more clean and neat. But we have several, and a lot of times creative types, which are a lot of what we get for lighting designers, audio people, those type of things, can be just very messy. It's, part of their personality. It's they're thinking about other things and not thinking about the details of where they're leaving their stuff. We used to have one of my good friends and an engineer of ours for a long time. We always joked he left his jacket and his backpack everywhere all the time. He got all the gear on the truck every time, but his personal jacket and his backpack or his keys, always finding them in the most random places or like in the parking lot left outside the next day. We're like, oh, here's your bag with your laptop and all your stuff. But it was because he was thinking about so many other things and moving so quickly. So all of that to say that regardless of what type or what your propensity is for cleanliness organization, this is something I've been trying to instill both in my team as well as myself, is being more efficient with our workspaces and our equipment itself. So we have a problem, and as I've talked to other production company owners, we're not special snowflakes in this. Everybody has this same problem, but we have anywhere from 40 to 60 people working regularly at our, between our shop and our shows. So, this weekend alone, there's 190 shifts scheduled this week, 190 shifts scheduled between prep, office, warehouse, and tech teams. And some of them are freelancers that don't work for us on a regular basis. They're not necessarily, they're not in our shop all the time. They're showing up to a job site, completing their job, and then repacking it and then going home. So one of the issues we have that, again, most companies experience at some level is people just packing things back the way that they came. So if I get an audio console and I pull the case off, there's a dust cover on it. I'll come back to that in a moment. Typically ours also, we pack, depending on the console, it has a wireless router so we can control with our iPad. And we also have a cable with a talkback microphone with a switch so we can wire it to the stage so the audio guy can talk to the band or the artist or anybody. And then we also have usually a playback cable as well and an iPhone dongle or something like that as well. So something to play back, something to talk back, and a cover and a router. So all of our consoles are really packaged like that. It's labeled on them exactly what should be there. Everybody knows the drill. Those are the things that should be in every console. However, 30% of the time, maybe more, I would say we end up unpacking a show from a truck and some of those items are not in there. The dust covers are regularly left off them because once you get your show going, you take it off and usually you shove it, behind you in a case or underneath something or under the riser or whatever. And then you have your hands come out at the end of the night and everybody lids the case together and it's a whole process. And then you do your dummy check and you go, oh crap, there's the dust cover. Well, I'm not going to call 4 hands back to front of house to unlid my case to put that on. We'll do it at the shop. Maybe I'll even leave a Slack note for my shop, for the shop. Hey, I forgot the dust cover. It's riding separate. We have a dust cover that's been riding. It is now ridden back from a show in Orlando to our shop on top of the case. Then we transferred the console to Tallahassee. It didn't get put on it then, so somebody forgot it. They put it back on. It went to Tallahassee. Tallahassee forgot to put it back on. They sent it back here. So this is now ridden, I think, 4 places with the dust cover, not in the console. And while it's honestly not the end of the world, because it's not like it's getting dusty inside the case. That's not the purpose of the dust cover. The thing is, people, if you're not being thorough with putting things back exactly how you found them, that's the most likely time or place for that cover to get lost. That was 4 opportunities for that cover to get lost. And while it doesn't seem like a big deal, that cover probably cost $200-$300. It's a thicker vinyl cover with some padding. Is it absolutely necessary? No, not necessarily, but I would like to have all the stuff that came in the console, right? So if I spend, I don't know, a couple $100 on a console cover, or a talkback microphone that gets lost, or a cable after every show, or every 3 shows, or every 4 shows, that adds up really fast. Thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars at the end of the year by things that either get lost or damaged because they weren't put back in the proper place. So this would be my plea both to all production technicians, obviously company owners. You're going to feel the pain there. Warehouse managers, shop guys absolutely feel this pain because they're going, oh my God, I was done de-prepping this show and now I have to hunt for this one item that's in one of these 30 trunks that's not supposed to be in one of those 30 trunks. It's supposed to be here. So now I have to quarantine or pull this item aside. I can't finish this job. And it snowballs and creates this issue. So it really comes down to where I started with this is focusing on and really having, whether you're a checklist person, having a physical checklist. I have a pretty good mental checklist these days of how I unpack and repack my console or my front of house. I have a good memory as well. So that also, if you don't have a great memory or aren't great with these things, then strategize, use some things, again, like a checklist, or I've seen some of my guys take pictures of it. Like I unlid the console or this case, or I open this case of cables, take a picture of it for the end of the night. I take a lot of pictures of truck packs, especially if it's a tight one. So if we barely got everything in that truck, which anybody who works in production knows that, I don't know, 8 out of 10 truck packs are insanely tight, and you probably have more stuff in there that should be in there. A lot of times I'll take pictures of that as well. So I know at the end of the night, I'm repacking this truck. Oh crap. I'm not relying on my memory now going, oh, what did I do at 7 a.m. when I unloaded this, right? Now it's midnight. No, it's now, oh, hang on. Let me look at my phone. Hang on, guys. Hold on just a second. And that 30 seconds there saves me from loading the whole truck, getting to the end, not having room, having to unload it, reload it again, right? Or shuffle a bunch of stuff around because it didn't fix. So sometimes that's the other part of it too, is while we all want to work as fast as possible, fast isn't always fast. A lot of time, efficient is fast. So a lot of times just take a moment, guys, hang on. Let me get the paperwork out of my Pelican. Don't start wiring the stage until you have the paperwork. Please, hands, don't do that. Because if I hand you the paperwork, now we're going to do it once. If you start and you make assumptions, now we got to do, most of the time, we're going to have to do things twice. And that's what we want to avoid. I just had a great experience with our crew in Tallahassee. We did the symphony orchestra with the Violent Femmes. I created paperwork, color-coded plots, patch list, all that. Gave it to a team. Gave it to a team of people. I didn't know 2 of the people. It was the first time I ever met them. And then my monitor guy on the job was mostly doing monitor-related things. They patched the whole stage flawlessly without a problem. These are not super skilled audio hands, but I gave them all the paperwork, everything they need. On the packing things back front, we've started now, we're taking pictures of what the pack should look like, laminating and sticking it in the lid of the case. So at the end of the night, maybe somebody's helping me pack up. Maybe I had to bring somebody in at the end of the night because this person just worked 14 hours, it's 18 hours, something, and then I'm going to bring in some relief to help them. So making it to where they can actually put that together correctly and have a reference means a lot. But all of this really has started for me personally with I've made a conscious decision to keep all of my things neat and clean which has also been an investment. So my Pelican was just all my stuff thrown in there, my toolbox. Now I went ahead, I invested a couple $100 in dividers and bags, and I've labeled all the bags, what goes in them. These adapters go in this bag, these hand tools go in this bag, and I put them all in a certain place. And it's so nice because anytime I need to go in my Pelican to get something now, I pop it open and I'm not fishing through things or going, ooh, did I lend that out last show? Did I do that? No. Now when I repack my Pelican, everything that's supposed to be in that pouch is labeled. I lent a wireless mic clip to somebody out of my Pelican because I keep one of each type of mic clip in my emergency Pelican, and lent one out, but it was labeled on the bag what was supposed to be in there. So when I'm packing up at the end of the night, I remembered. Otherwise I wouldn't have remembered, would have never got my clip back. So taking that time to organize, and for me personally, it's just a personal tip. A lot of this too started with my vehicle, my truck. I've definitely my whole life been pretty fast and loose with that. You'll find various trash, stuff all over the place. Back in the day, it was CDs or cassettes all over the floor, things like that. I have really made a conscious effort to keep everything in my truck organized and clean and not let things accumulate. I mean, I think I probably had $40 of change and coins in my cup holder until recently. And what I did was I took all that out and I actually got a little Shure mic bag and put, my basically toll money type of cash, or, fast food money type of cash in there, a couple bucks and some change for meters or whatever, right? And I keep all that in a mic pouch zipped up so I don't just have the mess of stuff all over the place. And I keep that in my center console. Again, only a couple bucks, so don't go reading through my truck. No, all jokes aside, just little things like that and using those organizational tools. And if you're just really bad at it, maybe ask a friend that you always annoy with your sloppiness that is a type A person that can help you get organized. And then it's much like going to the gym or eating well or anything else. You have to really do your best to stay disciplined and continue to clean up after yourself, it's a habit that you have to get into. And it's something you have to consciously decide to do and do over and over again. And I'll tell you, at least from my perspective, my life, this has just been the last 6 months or so. And a lot of things in my life have changed for the positive just since I started keeping my vehicle clean and keeping my backpack clean and not having things just be catch-alls for, I'll deal with that later. Deal with it now, fix it now, clean it up now. And same with in the shop. If we deal with things right away, they don't pile up and become the mess. I'm not going to have her pan the camera around because it's pretty messy in this one. This is our infrastructure warehouse, and it also tends to be the dumping ground for things we don't want to deal with. And same deal there is we're making a conscious effort to clean those up and not just have piles of broken cable or things from the old equipment or things that we don't use anymore just pile up. It's like, let's clean it up. Let's get rid of them, sell them, fix them, or put them back into service. Those are the options. And, I would encourage everybody, whether, again, you're an employee, a freelancer, a photographer, anything that you're doing in life, keep your workstation more clean, set up your workstation well for efficiency. Make sure you have all the tools you need right there, ready to go every time, because then you can get straight to work and you're not worried about undoing a mess that you left yourself from 2 days ago. You sit down, you get after it, and you have now the whole day to work instead of starting at a deficit. And so that's something I've been working through, something I've been thinking about, and something I would encourage each of you to think about.